Ever pondered about the sheer diversity and significance of the tiny creatures that inhabit our world, the insects? Yes, we're talking about the six-legged, multi-eyed, winged or wingless wonders that buzz, flutter, and scuttle around us every day. Insects belong to their very own class, aptly named Insecta, and represent the most numerous group of animals on Earth, with over 1 million described species. Just take a moment to grasp that. 1 million different types of insects. Their diversity is truly mind-boggling, showcasing an array of sizes, shapes, colors, and behaviors that could fill countless storybooks. But they're not just fascinating to observe. Insects are crucial players in our ecosystems, carrying out duties that range from pollinating our crops to keeping pest populations in check. However, some can also be agricultural pests, causing significant damage to our food supply. Insects, though small, play a monumental role in the functioning of our planet. But how do scientists manage to distinguish between these millions of insect species, you may wonder? Well, it's all about classification, a process that helps us make sense of the immense diversity found in the insect world. Insects belong to the class Insecta, a part of the phylum Arthropoda. This is the starting point for insect classification. However, the journey of classification doesn't stop here. From the class level, we move further down to the order level, which breaks down the class Insecta into various orders. For instance, butterflies and moths belong to the order Lepidoptera, while beetles are part of the order Coleoptera. These orders are then divided into families. Each family comprises insects that share more specific traits. For example, the honeybee belongs to the family Apidae, which consists of bees and bumblebees. Within these families, we have different genera, and within each genus, there are multiple species. So how are these categories determined? To classify insects, scientists primarily rely on shared characteristics. These characteristics can be physical, such as body structure, wing shape, or antennae type. But they can also be behavioral, like feeding habits, mating rituals, or even the way an insect moves. For instance, insects in the order Lepidoptera have scales covering their wings, a unique feature that separates them from other insects. Similarly, the family Apidae is defined by its members' shared behavior of gathering nectar and pollen, a trait that's unique to bees and their close relatives. The process of classification is not static but constantly evolving. As scientists discover new species and learn more about existing ones, insect classification continues to be refined and updated. This dynamic process ensures that our understanding of insects keeps pace with their vast and ever-changing diversity. Therefore, the classification of insects is not just about organizing them into neat categories. It's a meticulous process that enables us to understand and appreciate the vast diversity that exists in the insect world. It's a process that helps us see insects not just as individual creatures, but as integral parts of a complex and interconnected web of life. The classification of insects is a meticulous process, enabling us to make sense of the vast diversity that exists. So, what are these shared characteristics that define an insect category? To answer this, let's dive into the fascinating world of insect anatomy. All insects, regardless of their species or lifestyle, have a few things in common. For starters, their bodies are divided into 3 main parts: the head, thorax, and abdomen. The head is the control center, housing the brain, mouth, and sensory organs. It's where the magic happens, so to speak. The compound eyes, a marvel of nature, allow insects to see their surroundings in a mosaic of images, providing a panoramic view of the world. Attached to the head are a pair of antennae, the insect's personal radar system. These antennae, sensitive to touch, taste, and smell, help insects navigate their environment, find food, and even locate mates. Next up is the thorax, the locomotion hub. It's here where you'll find 3 pairs of jointed legs. These legs, besides being used for movement, often serve specialized functions. Some insects use them for digging, others for jumping, and some even for swimming. Insects are quite the multitaskers. Then we have the abdomen, the powerhouse of the insect body. It contains vital organs for digestion, respiration, and reproduction. And did you know some insects can produce light or sound from their abdomen? Talk about a party trick. Now, while these features are common to all insects, variations of these characteristics bring about the rich diversity we see in the insect world. Take the antennae, for instance. Some insects have long, thread-like antennae, while others have short, clubbed ones. These differences, among others, help scientists classify insects into different species and families. These shared characteristics not only differentiate insects from other animals, but also help in classifying the multitude of insect species. As we delve deeper into the world of insects, remember that every little detail has a purpose. Whether it's a tiny hair on a leg or a specific pattern on the wings. It's these details that make insects the wonderfully diverse group that they are. Insects may be small, but their impact on ecosystems is enormous. But how exactly do they contribute? Let's delve into the myriad roles these tiny creatures play in our world. First off, think of a blooming flower or a ripe fruit. How did they become so? This is where our buzzing friends, the bees, along with other insects, come into play. They are the star players in the game of pollination. As they flit from flower to flower, sipping nectar, they unknowingly transport pollen, facilitating the reproduction of plants. This process is vital, as it not only results in the production of seeds and fruits we consume, but also ensures the survival and proliferation of a vast array of plant species. But it's not just about making our world greener. Insects also play a significant role in breaking it down, quite literally. Insects like beetles, ants, and flies are the unsung heroes of decomposition. They help break down dead plants, animals, and waste, recycling nutrients back into the soil, ensuring its fertility. Without their diligent work, our world would be a much messier place. Insects also form a crucial link in the food chain. They serve as a food source for a multitude of animals, from birds and bats to frogs and fish. Their vast numbers and high nutritional value make them an indispensable part of many animals' diets. However, it's not all roses. Some insects can be harmful, causing significant damage to crops and stored food products. For instance, locusts can decimate entire fields in a matter of hours, while weevils can infest stored grains, causing massive losses. These insects pose a significant challenge to agriculture and the economy, underscoring the importance of pest management. From pollinating our crops to forming a crucial part of the food chain, insects undeniably play a pivotal role in maintaining the balance of our ecosystems. So, the next time you see an insect, remember, they might be small, but they're mighty in their impact. In this journey through the world of insects, we've uncovered some fascinating facts. We've seen that insects, belonging to the class Insecta, make up the largest group of animals on Earth. With over 1 million described species, they significantly outnumber all other forms of life combined. Their diversity is truly staggering, encompassing a wide range of shapes, sizes, colors, and behaviors. We also delved into the classification of insects. Each insect belongs to a specific order, family, genus, and species. This classification system helps scientists understand the relationships between different insects and trace their evolutionary history. It's like a giant family tree, full of branches and twigs, each representing a unique insect species. We discovered that despite their differences, all insects share certain characteristics. They all have 3 body parts, a head, thorax, and abdomen, and 6 legs. Many also have wings and antennae. These shared features remind us that no matter how diverse, all insects are part of the same class. But perhaps the most awe-inspiring part of our journey was understanding the roles insects play in ecosystems. Beneficial insects like honeybees contribute to agriculture by pollinating crops, while predatory insects control pest populations. On the flip side, certain insects pose challenges as agricultural pests, causing damage to crops and stored food products. Insects are more than just fascinating creatures to study. They are essential workers in our ecosystems, performing tasks that uphold the delicate balance of nature. They remind us that every creature, no matter how small, has a role to play in the grand scheme of things. As we conclude, remember that insects, despite their small size, are mighty in their impact, playing an integral role in our world's functioning. Their diversity and classification are not just academic topics. They are a testament to the intricate beauty of life on Earth, a beauty that we are all a part of. And that's something we can all appreciate, no matter where we are on this incredible planet. Now that we've unraveled the intriguing world of insects, what's next? Well, there's still an entire universe of knowledge waiting to be discovered. The fascinating realm of insects is vast, complex, and ever-evolving. So why not dive deeper? Perhaps you could delve into a study of entomology, the scientific study of insects. Or you could even turn your backyard into a mini biome, observing and identifying the various insects that reside there. There's also the option of participating in local citizen science projects. These initiatives often rely on the keen eyes of the public to help gather data on insect populations and behavior. Not only does this contribute to our collective understanding of these creatures, but it also fosters a sense of connection with the natural world around us. The world of insects is vast and ever fascinating, so keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, every tiny insect has a big story to tell.